I think we should jump in and getting into the episode here, though. Poll is who we are saving. Ah, Nico. For anybody that has joined recently, there is a reason I worded it the way I worded it, and that's all I'll say. Read it very carefully before you select who you want to save. I love that he knocks him out, even though we're like, yeah, we're going to save you and take you back. Javier's like, I'm not that good at it, and then proceeds to just hit every single ball that comes his way.
Thank you.
Remember, this is Angel Javi, so we have to be super nice. I've never actually given this kid an autograph.
Oh, no names. Band players' signatures are worth way more on resale than personalized crap.
Oh, he wants to put it on eBay.
Fine. Don't. What the hell is this?
You want to make money? Get a job.
Yes.
Whatever.
The fan was disappointed.
Happy, big star.
That fan was disappointed. I'm sorry, kid. You're trying to steal money. That's essentially what that is. The kid's dead now. The kid was eaten by a zombie on day one. Do I agree with David about leaving his family? No.
Understand because you only think about yourself. Help you.
Here's the deal. David says he only knows how to be a soldier. He doesn't know how to be a husband, how to be a father. But the thing is I think that David, and I don't know the situation. I don't know if it's ever told what happened to the mother of David's children, because Kate's their stepmom, right? I don't know if she passed away or what exactly happened there, but David is running from his problems. He doesn't ever want to grow. He doesn't want to. The thing is a lot of people will accept when they have limitations. They'll say, I have these limitations and that's it. That's just the way it is. They never try to grow. They never try to expand on their horizons. And David is one of those people that's just like, I don't want to learn how to become a father or a husband. I don't want to be the domestic family man. I want to go be a soldier. And to me, that's no different than the person that says, well, I was a college party guy and I want to continue partying like I was in college, right? I never want to grow up. At some point, that life, you have to leave that behind. You have to learn how to be something different. You have to understand where your flaws are, like really reflect on yourself. And David doesn't ever do that.
You didn't have
He says, I had a purpose there. I had respect. If you're only good at one thing, work to get better at other things, right? Don't just accept that. He recognizes his flaws. He recognizes where his problems are. He knows why he feels out of place, and yet he doesn't take the effort to actually improve himself and get better at something else. As Angel Javi,
you won't leave her.
As Angel Javi, we were supposed to help David here and be a good brother and say, yes, we'll take care of her. But I hate this so much because the right thing for David to do here is take care of his family. I knew guys like that. When I was in Iraq, I knew guys who had been in for 10, 15 years and would volunteer for deployments, that had families. And they were constantly leaving their families alone because they were afraid to leave the army. They were afraid to get out and basically feel like they meant nothing because they had no skills outside of being a soldier. And that's something that you have to recognize and you have to learn to improve on yourself.
Oh, David.
She's technically not lying here. He will be replaced as head of security. She's just going to kill him.
You're the one breaking them.
The biggest threat to them right now is
We'll
you.
debate all of
Not
this
me,
in
the one who's
right now.
actively making life worse.
I need to ask you.
That stool. Do I really have to go to the window and look at the window before I can take the stool? It doesn't have a functioning toilet. No, they got to pee in the sink. See the sink right here? Javier has to walk over and just like, that's where you take a leak. Let's try this now. We're going to get this and stick it in our pocket. Oh no, he carries it over. I was thinking of the welder back in season 1 with Lee.
I can't do it.
Come on, Gabe.
Can you help?
Be a man. Push the grate.
Never forget it.
That's right. Eleanor saved Kate.
Me too, boy.
Eleanor helps. Eleanor did good things. Remember that. He's not.
See what happens.
He's negotiating with Joan. Actually, he's being interrogated and probably like starved or something. And the fact that they're building a gallows specifically for David. Like, this entire thing is just so messed up. That looks like the bell tower Lee had to get on. That would have been something. What if this would have been Savannah? They decided to take over and, like, rebuild Savannah instead of Richmond. Joan locked us up.
threw me and David in jail, if you can believe it.
This is going to be a different conversation for me because I've never had Conrad alive. Why can't I tell them everything?
Trust him.
I'm sorry about what's going on with
We just can't trust Joan.
should have gotten
She's
out of here when we
stealing
had the
supplies from
chance.
other places. Why can't we say that?
Still need
Yeah,
I'd
Javi,
rather take my chances
it's
out
always a
there than in
communication
here.
issue. Just tell them the
Then
full
you're an
truth.
idiot.
His
Good
dad
idea.
showed him. Was that just like a
Small group
father-son trip? Like, okay, son, here's the armory. This is
Sounds
where
like
the
a plan.
guns are.
We'll get back here as soon
Just
as
in
we can.
case you should ever need a gun.
Know what I mean?
You're being
This is
an idiot.
bad.
Now isn't the right time for this.
You just don't understand.
Oh, God.
Just
I feel so
should've
bad
pushed
for
it
that,
further
but I
like
couldn't
I
help
did.
it.
wasn't fair. Too much going on
No,
already.
Trip,
right?
she said
Javi,
no,
come
dude,
on.
walk away.
Just give us a minute, pal.
Oh, my God. Trip will remember that, but
Okay.
will he really?
Good luck out there.
He's still going to stay behind. Trip will remember that, but he's still going to try to push her into a
Talk it
relationship.
over with Ellen.
I'm waiting for Gabe to try to undermine us, even though Conrad's still alive. What, Harvey? You shot Conrad? No, I didn't. He's standing right there. Fanny Pack Guy. Does Fanny Pack Guy have a name? Does anybody know? Or is he just Fanny Pack Guy? David and Larry? I don't think Larry would have liked anybody. And let's be honest, Larry was just a tiny bit racist. In case you hadn't noticed, like from some of his dialogue, I feel like he would have had a problem with David. Larry is like your your MAGA uncle at Thanksgiving. Yeah, Larry probably wouldn't have gotten along very well with David. Although if he was a baseball fan, he might have liked Javier. Would Kenny and David be friends? Kenny and David might get along. Fanny Pack Guy's a friend.
I'll keep watch with Ava.
Fanny Pack Guy was just looking out for everybody. Like, he was just trying to do his job, right? We can't blame him for doing his job, can we? So I always choose to not kill Lingard because it's kind of a screwed up situation. The dude's he's close to overdosing. He's already passed out. Like, he's high. He's not making good decisions. He's given up on things, and he needs a reason to hope. See, here's the thing. It's little moments like this that make me so frustrated with Telltale.
Look, I know
The fact that this is a callback to season 2 when Glim had to fix herself up, and so we saw that, we went through that, and now she's using those skills that she learned from.
Basically, all this means is you could become a mom.
Sorry, I'm
if you
halfway
want.
paying attention to this too.
Funny.
But like she's using those skills,
already felt like
and we're seeing that, and that is so cool.
would have to admit.
But then they screwed up so many dialogue things. And it's just such a mess. Ava recognized what she could and couldn't do and how much influence she had with David. That's why she didn't try as hard as she could have, maybe. Because you have to be careful in those situations. You don't want to burn bridges. You don't want to.
Keeps me going.
You got to recognize how much influence you actually have. And it's all about, it's like office politics. Like, you have to know when to call your shot and when not to call your shot, and when it's going to make sense. We're not going to do that, Lingard. Sorry, bud.
You, and one for you.
You get a
this
gun.
one for
You get
you.
a gun. Everybody gets a gun.
One.
Gabe just went full Oprah, and he has no idea who Oprah is because he's too young.
Thanks.
We've gotten out of tougher
Gabe.
jams before, haven't we?
I mean,
Just the way he
sure,
turns, and they're like, "Yeah."
but this is different.
Where's
You can't just
Conrad
cut and
right
run.
now?
Not with the herd out there. Like it or not.
I don't even
we're
see him in the
fucking stuck
background.
Richmond.
He looks the
Before you all
type.
make any decisions about who's coming and
There
who's
we
staying
go.
and who's gonna do what. I
Get
just wanted to
Conrad
say,
involved.
I'm sitting this one out.
What are you talking about, Conrad?
What?
I'm sorry about
What do you mean you're
this.
sitting this
I
one
am.
out?
I just don't particularly care what happens to the folks here in Richmond.
I was supposed to be
my
killed
community.
back in episode
Not my
2.
problem.
I can't believe you guys still have me
That's what I came
around.
here for.
Conrad just like
See
out
you
of
on the other
nowhere.
side, brother.
He's a secret ninja. He was hiding over in the corner. Nobody saw him. I missed him.
No matter what.
Okay, in this scenario,
stuff
they're
and do
all
it this way.
friendly,
Okay,
but Eleanor still
let's move
doesn't
out.
want to leave. She's the only one that has expressed an opinion of wanting to stick around. And honestly, in this situation, the best thing to do is to make the public argument against Joan and try to get her overthrown. What they're doing here and stealing the vehicle and all the stuff, like, it's nuts. They stole guns, they stole the vehicle, which is going to build Joan an argument and a case against them when it comes to the people of Richmond. Just go make your damn case.
You come with me to get the truck.
Because most people, if you make the argument, they're like, she's been killing other people, and they might have family that's going to want to come after us. She's putting the community at risk. Like, if you make that argument that way, I think Joan gets overthrown.
That wasn't the plan, Gabe.
Yeah, everyone's not mad at us, but Eleanor is still like, hey, I don't think we should tear this community to the ground just yet, guys. Kind of argument, if you don't want people coming after you after raiding, then leave, no survivors. I mean, that's kind of what they were doing.
Let's go.
But that's not cool either. I don't know. That truck is really armored, okay? I don't care if it's in neutral. I feel like Javier, Gabe, and Clem are not going to have the greatest time trying to push that thing.
Those guys will be able to hear the engine all the way over here.
All the way over here? We're like 20 feet further down the way. They can still hear the engine.
Help with this.
All right, so it's always the red wire and the blue wire, right? So we got battery wire, ignition wire, starter wire. So we did the battery wire. It's not working.
Shit.
Nope, guess the battery's dead. Better call AAA. Just happen to have zombies breaking in at the exact moment we get the headlights on. Kate, stop hitting on me. We've been over this.
I'm teaching you to play you.
Kind of like the best drug there is.
When I was his age and I liked a girl, I was a fucking wreck. Sweaty palms, stomach aches.
Boners
Yeah, his palms were sweaty, his knees weak, his arms are heavy, his vomit on his sweater already, mom's spaghetti.
All the wishing in the world
Give up, Kate.
what the world is now.
She's trying so hard.
To be a kid anymore.
She wants to be romantic, and Javier's not having it. Kate, stop trying to hit on me. I don't know anything. I don't want to be anything.
I know we've had moments, you and I.
No, Kate, we haven't. You have had moments.
They're always a little hot and a little confusing.
Oh my God.
Maybe some of them haven't
She's
meant
coming on
anything
to
at
me.
all.
No, I don't
sorry,
feel the same way.
Oh.
You and David,
God.
Kate, all right? Get back together with David.
Can't see it between us.
Dang it.
I'm shooting her down so hard.
Years together on the road. The looks, the hints of something more.
She's wow.
None of that meant what I thought it did.
David's not.
I
just
feel
some
like
guy
Kate
in
is
our
like a
lives.
God
stan.
knows I pushed you a couple times, but
A couple of times you've been
always said
pushing me
no.
for 4 episodes, Kate.
guess I have to finally listen.
Javi,
They have all this like backstory that we don't know about because we were never part of it. I feel like Kate and Tripp should be together because they both have this like pushy thing like we should be in a relationship, even when the other person's like, no, that's not what
Keep
I
the
want.
monkey close by.
This is hard enough.
She's
as it
like,
is, Javi.
I've spent all of these
The hardest thing
years
for us to do
imagining us as a couple, and now you don't want to be with me.
Just stay out of sight.
Like, guys, relationships are
We'll be in
complicated,
touch
okay?
as
But
soon as we can.
the most important part of a relationship is communication and both people feeling the same way. And if both
Nothing
people
else
don't
from
feel
Ava?
the same way, you have to
Nope.
respect the other person's
sounds like a crowd out
feelings.
It sounded like Ava got cut off by
You should
something.
do that. Like, that's just a
Somebody.
thing. Whether it's Tripp with Eleanor or
Wish we had some
Javier and
idea
Kate.
of what we're heading into.
If the other person is not interested, just walk away. There are other fish in the sea.
Like it.
Yes, communication and respecting boundaries. Exactly. Conrad is alive and available. That's what we should have had the option to be like, but Conrad, he's kind of looked at you a couple of times.
Strong council, strong community.
And yet we've had a weak
But,
council because Joan keeps raiding other communities.
The actions of one of the members of that council, our security expert.
Lingard is high all the
David
time.
Garcia,
Joan is going after
have
communities
put
that don't
us
deserve
all
it.
in-
Lying to all of you.
Clint's in the dark about all of this.
I'm
He's just
sorry
doing
to
his
have to show
farmer
you
stuff.
this. Truly, I.
Joan's smart.
Stay calm.
We're smarter. We just have to be careful.
But I tried to do this diplomatically, but it's really
I
difficult.
had a very interesting conversation with your friend.
Clint is looking at the
Eleanor
flowers. Look at
last
the
night.
flowers, Clint.
Isn't that right, Eleanor?
That's right.
See, she doesn't seem as proud in this scenario.
People against me. Here in Richmond, people
They deserve justice, and Joan wants to be the judge, jury, and executioner.
Can't just
See,
let
we
it
shouldn't have
go.
stolen the weapons. See what happens?
Put me in a no-win
If we hadn't stolen the weapons in the truck, we might have had a way to leverage ourselves here.
Deserve to die for their crimes.
All right, 64% of you said to select Ava here.
I'll let you spare one of them. Just one.
Got another couple of seconds to get your votes in.
All these people.
See, why doesn't he step up right now? He's trying.
All eyes are on you. Maybe this will help.
No, what Joan did was not necessary as far... Well, it depends on what you're talking about.
Come on, Harvey.
Are you talking about raiding the other communities or this?
Your friend or your brother's.
All right, we're 64%. Save
Let
Ava.
live. David believes in her, and so do I.
Javi! No!
I fucking trusted you, Javi. And now you're throwing me under the bus?
We're leaving. All
Angel
of us.
Javi takes the deal.
Right now.
I didn't.
Because diplomatically,
matter if you did.
the fewer people that die,
This is
the
how
better.
It needs to happen.
Diplomatically. And David, oh my God. This right here, when we get to David's friend or foe episode, this is going to be all of David. All right? This is the friend or foe part. Because he screws it up bad. This whole scene is just so frustrating to me. Like, everybody does the exact opposite of what they should do. He doesn't, though. David doesn't have a justification. Look, revenge is never a justification. Revenge feels good in the moment because you feel like you're getting some kind of payback, but revenge is not a justification. David seeing Ava getting shot might piss him off to the point where he wants to shoot Joan. But what he just did has got all kinds of innocent people killed. David's actions right there got people shot and killed in the streets of Richmond that should not have been, did not deserve any of that. And Joan gets away. We don't know what happens to her because Telltale drops the ball there. We never find out in this scenario what happens to Joan. Joan did have to go, but the way that it happened.
Loud.
I think she's lying. Like, I can't hear you. I'm going through a tunnel. I'm breaking up. Save Clem. Clem doesn't die either way. There is no need to save Clem. What we have to save is Conrad here in just a minute. I think. That's my understanding, at least. We'll find out.
Well, this is a hell of a situation.
Hey, Conrad!
Don't look so surprised, okay?
Thank you, man. Really. Nice to have you back.
Say no more. Whatever it is, I'm in.
Oh shit, oh shit, oh shit.
It's Kate. She's coming for us.
She's not just coming for us, she's coming at us. And she holds the gas down. Just hit the brake, Kate.
Oh, God.
Javi, you've got to get over there before...
And there goes the wall. If you missed that quick time event, Kate would have run over. Oh, okay. Cool. So Conrad is safe. Yes. So the whole situation with Joan, the whole thing could have been resolved if they had just talked things through and if Clint had done what he should have done. Lingard liked David. Lingard would side with David, wanted to keep David around. We know Lingard would be on our side. Clint, when he sees what is happening, when she trotted out Tripp and Ava, he should have said, no, this is not okay. This is not how we do things. He should have said that before she ordered them to be shot, or one of them to be shot. And the people should have seen that as a big red flag when Joan was on a power trip. Things had gone to her head. That's what happens when you have people like that, where they think that they are right in everything. They will not argue or have any kind of debate. And then when they are found out, when their bad deeds have been found out, they will all of a sudden go into chaos mode. They'll do whatever they have to do. Leaders like that, you don't want in charge of anything, because they will do what they think is right. And when they're called out for for being wrong, they go crazy. And that's what happened with Joan at the end there. So, okay. So, yeah. So we get to keep Conrad. That's good. I'm glad about that. This game tries its hardest to kill Conrad, and it's actually crazy. Yeah, Conrad and Kenny, I think, have the most attempts of anybody else as far as like to kill them off. Kenny's got a couple of different potential deaths, but they aren't real deaths. Like he can escape the thing with Ben, and he can escape the thing with jumping down the building. Like Kenny's one of those, but Conrad is just like there's multiple times where Conrad can actually die. And I think he might be the only character that has that multiple deaths. And I don't know if like the writers just, whoever came up with it was like they had an ex-boyfriend named Conrad or something that they were like, we're just going to give the players several chances to kill this guy. Yeah, Joan is you cannot trust Joan at all for anything. David, at that point, should have stepped down, should have said, we're going to get out of this. We're going to take the win. We're going to show these people just how bad Joan is, and Joan will pay the price later. I think the best thing that I could have seen happening would have been a situation where, depending on your choices throughout the game, I would have loved to see a scenario where you could have taken the deal, walked away, and then had Clint take out Joan, and then call everybody, like bring everybody back in, and that could have been an end. But they had to have their big action sequence. They had to have Kate run through the gate, which, like, I'm sorry, every time I see one of these situations in a show or a game or a movie where somebody is driving and they just continue to hit the gas, just hit the brake. Like, all she had to do was hit the brake and stop the truck, and she just kept driving, especially with fire on the windshield. Come on, Kate. But I think that's probably going to do it. We've gone a little over what I normally try to do, but I was having a good time chatting with y'all. I always appreciate when you guys hang out, when you chat and share your opinions. I love to hear opposing viewpoints and different opinions and what you all think, because I'm not the only opinion. And I know that I am fallible. I can be wrong. And that's an important thing to realize as a person, is when you know that other people can be right, and to be willing to change your mind. But with that, I am going to go ahead and end the stream here. We're going to be back next Saturday for the season 3, episode 5, the finale of A New Frontier. And then we'll be getting into season 4 right after that. Yeah. See you all next Saturday. Thank you all for hanging out, and have a great week.